In this lesson, we're going to install one of the Nuxt modules for Google Fonts. Nuxt has lots of modules to provide different kinds of functionality. We can see all of those modules in the modules section right here, and the module that we are interested in right now is called Google Fonts. So let's open up the page with this module and take a look at the instructions, what we need to do to include this module. So first of all, as you can see, we're gonna have to run this npx command to install this Google Fonts module. Let's run this command in the terminal. And if we will be presented with a confirmation to install Nuxt module, let's say yes, wait for the installation to finish. And then to include this module, we'll basically have to add the following line into nuxt.config.ts file, but the previous command should have already added this line automatically. In case it haven't, we can just paste it manually right here. In my case, it is already here. And after doing all this, we will be able to configure what kind of fonts we'd like to load from Google Fonts service by using a variety of options. So let's take a look at the link that includes this font inside of CSS file. From here, we can remove this line because we're going to include Google Font differently. Just for the reference, I'm going to temporarily paste this link in here. And now let's create Google Fonts object in the configuration. And now I will basically specify same parameters that are present in this link, such as display with a value of swap. As you can see, this parameter is present in this link. And all this parameter does is it basically shows default font until particular Google font is loaded. And then let's also migrate the rest of configuration options. We're going to specify which font exactly we need to load. It's called Open Sans. And here we'll have to specify a list of variants of this font, what variations of this font we would like to be available. I am specifying ranges for the weight of this font as well as italic styles. And after we have fully migrated this whole configuration, let's remove this commented line. And just in case, we can also restart development server by running npm run dev, since we have installed new Nuxt module. It is not necessary, but sometimes if something will not work as expected, it is worth trying. So now I'm gonna open up page in a browser, and just to verify that Open Sans font has been applied on the page, let's just inspect one element and take a look at the family property, which font is used. And if we're seeing that Open Sans font is used, that means we have successfully loaded Google Font. And at the end, let's go back to Nuxt configuration file and apply formatting by using Prettier. I'm using keyboard shortcut to apply formatting, and after applying the formatting, we can see that all single quotes have been replaced with double quotes, and semicolon has been added at the end of every instruction. I prefer to change this behavior and actually use single quote for strings without adding semicolon at the end of instructions. Just to override this behavior, there are a couple of options that we need to add inside Prettier RC configuration file, such as single quote with a value of true, which will basically use single quotes for strings instead of double quotes, and semi option allows us to specify whether we need semicolon at the end of instruction or not. I'll put false. Let's check the result. I'm gonna apply formatting once again, and this time, as you can see, all double quotes have been replaced with single quotes, and semicolons have been removed at the end of statements. And by the way, let's also apply formatting to the main.css file, since in the previous lesson we have installed Prettier plugin which sorts Tailwind CSS classes. After applying this plugin in here, we may notice that some of the Tailwind CSS classes have changed their order. Link to the source code of this project will be in the video description.